What's good, YouTube? Flying D coming back at you with more ranked gameplay, and today we ran into Prime GSP. This was a counter punching Prime GSP too, but you know he wasn't like a high level counter puncher. You know, like thank God, because those guys, this video I wouldn't even have get to post it. You gotta when I fight those guys, my whole style is just fakes and throwing 1 to 2 punch combinations and body strikes trying to bait out that counter. Luckily for me, this dude only had 1 counter, so after he caught me with it, I was able to capitalize. But he caught me. He fucking caught me. So we'll get right into it. When I start out, I'm always anticipating that I'm gonna fight a counter puncher because that's kind of the meta at this point. So I'm throwing my punches kind of carefully. You know, I'm staying on the outside to where if he were to pull while I'm throwing those hooks, he would miss. I'm throwing it from a range where I'll catch him at the end of the punch, but I can still step out of range. Then he hits me with that. Very depressing shit. Because once I dropped him, I got comfortable. Like a penis, I just started throwing wild through that lead roundhouse to the straight, and look at this. It's beautiful counter. Granted, at this time, now I'm worried because I'm not sure. I'm like, oh, does he pull too? Does he do all the fucking counters, or is that gonna be his go-to? So now I'm a little worried, and I start to fight a little more cautious. You know, as soon as I throw my combinations, I'm backing up and putting my hands up. But now I'm looking, so I'm throwing the T. I'm looking though. I'm trying to pay attention to see, you know, where he's gonna counter. I'm throwing more fakes from the outside because I want to see, is he gonna slip that direction again? I see, so he shows me that again. He shows me that he's looking for that again. Really good counter punchers will go in all directions. They're not just gonna go slip in one direction. They're gonna go back. They're gonna duck. They're gonna do all types of shit. So if someone is going in one direction, you're kind of in luck because it's a lot easier to make them run into something. You can anticipate where they're gonna go. So when I'm fighting someone like this that just likes to sway, I start trying to end my combinations with head kicks. Just being real. Like if I could plant my feet, I'll try to end it with the head kick. Because if I show them a hook straight, they're gonna expect another straight. If I show them a 1-2. They're gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna try to read you and assume that you're gonna throw that straight, and they're looking for that counter, so they're gonna slip. So I start to look for that head kick at the end of not every combination, but I look for it for sure because with them swaying, it would be nothing for them to run into it and die. But I also was throwing hooks. I was just throwing them from outer range a little bit so that if I were to catch him, like I said, it would be at the end of the punch. But I'm mostly looking for that head kick finish. See? It didn't land. He had his hand up, but like I didn't throw a 1-2 head kick. I threw the 2 head kick because I wanted to show him one straight punch so that a lot of, you know, people like they're not gonna believe that you're only gonna throw most of the time one straight punch. They're looking for that second one before they counter or block. He saw it coming, maybe I telegraphed it. Boom! And that time we got him. And a lot of people might speculate that this wasn't on purpose, but like I said, he was swaying in specifically one direction. That's a lot easier than these high-level counter punchers. It shouldn't be too hard to believe that. Yeah, I was setting him up with the head kick. Especially since I had just threw it. I threw the 2 to the head kick. Ultimately, it was either going to be a 2-punch combination to the head kick or a 3-punch that was going to get him. But something was going to get him. Or a 1. Either way, he was going to run into a head kick eventually. Because he kept slipping to that one direction. So although he caught me with it that first time, he made himself easy to read. And mind you, there's many ways to beat these kinds of players. This is just one way, but in reality, if you run into a higher level counter puncher, you're gonna have a lot more to worry about than just them swaying. So just keep in mind that you gotta find out what they run into. If they like to pull, try to make them run into the straight. If they like to sway, you got hooks and head kicks. If they like to duck, uppercutted knees. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if they like to do all, then you're in for a crazy fight. That's all I would say. You're in for a crazy fight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Audi 5000.